Today, I'm going to give you an introduction to a powerful ancient technique that is meant to help you clear your mind, let go, and release from all of the unwanted negative thoughts that take up 80% of our daily thinking. That's right, statistics show that the average human thinks up to 80,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of that tend to be negative. This technique has been used by some of the greatest Jewish sages, enlightened masters, and even Buddhist monks incorporate a similar practice into their daily routine. This process, which is a meditation for silencing the noise in your head, is known in Judaism as hashkata, and it's taught to us by the Piazetzner Rebbe. He shares that a person's ego directly opposes or fights the revelation of godliness, of divine consciousness within him. When our own ego-based thoughts are busy and activated inside of us, it's hard for that godly consciousness, that light, that love, to penetrate through and be revealed. For example, and we've all experienced this, when someone cuts you off in traffic, or the boy you went on a date with doesn't want a second date, or a parent does something to upset you, your ego gets activated and will literally block God. It will block light. It will block love and connection from entering. This is why it's essential to learn how to silence the thoughts, the overactivity in the mind, and to silence our ego's desires that constantly flood a person's consciousness. Because the nature of thought is that each thought gets bound and entangled within the next until it becomes extremely hard for a person to disconnect and free himself from all of those entangled thoughts. The Piazetzner Rebbe gave a very practical instruction on how to quiet one's thoughts and silence the flow of thoughts. He said that the person should begin by observing his or her thoughts for a short period of time and think to yourself in your own mind, what am I thinking now? As you continue to do this, the thoughts will begin to slow down. You'll notice that your mind will begin to empty and that your thoughts will cease from their constant habitual flow. Again, he says that you should begin by closing your eyes and simply watch the movie of your mind. I like to imagine that a projector screen is coming out of my forehead and I'm just witnessing. I am watching what's going on. And I repeat to myself the mantra again and again, what am I thinking now? And then I watch the next thought that comes up. So why is quieting the mind so beneficial? We've all experienced those thoughts that get in the way of our goals. For example, doubtful thoughts such as I'm not good enough, I'm not talented enough, I don't know enough, or I'm not pretty enough. The list is endless. Or what about those thoughts that enter into your mind when someone you love and care about, your best friend, significant other, roommate, parent, does something to upset you? All of the sudden, all those loving feelings you have towards them turn into feelings of resentment, anger, frustration. Ultimately, whether we like to admit it or not, our thoughts control our emotions. They are connected. When you are too caught up in overthinking, you prevent yourself from tapping into your heart. And it's when you're tapped into your heart that you open the door for the floodgates of miracles and clarity, guidance, solutions, ideas, and creativity to enter. So when you find yourself too stuck in your head, take a moment to step aside from whatever it is you're doing, close your eyes, and ask yourself, What am I thinking now? Notice how this causes your mind to slowly empty as you shift from your head into your heart. Sharing is caring, so if you liked what you heard, pay it forward. Share this with a friend. And as always, happy manifesting. Happy manifesting.